let's just give it a few moments. Boy, so exhausted. Man. Might just not even. Should have just done something quickly while I'm waiting. I don't know what I'm searching for right now. No. There we go. Let's do that for a minute. I suck at these, but yeah. Just give people a moment to come in. See if I was about to say, is this working on? So yeah, welcome anyone that's here. So feel free to make yourself known. Yeah, this thing doesn't watch with it. Oh jeez. Want to do something while talking? Oh man. So yeah, what's been going on? Let's try that. Oh no. No, I don't. Ugh. Freaking damn it. Oh, well, I'll just have the image of Susie's kitties. Though they're not looking at the camera when she took the photo. But so yeah, obviously there's been no streams for a little bit. Hey TA. So obviously as people have seen if they're in the Discord, obviously I have been in hospital again. So I went ASMR. So I'll bring things up. Yeah, so I went in. I think the best way to put it this way is just go over what happened in order. So back on the 3rd, day when started off as normal, and I was just ended up sick. And I mean, it was a case of being sick that I knew something else was wrong. It wasn't just throw up, okay, yeah, done. There was no, something still feels off, and I, at the time, called for, obviously, because something was off. I called to have my brother come over and just sort of look after me a bit over the weekend, which, yeah, the feeling of whatever was going wrong wasn't changing. So on the Monday, so that'd be the 6th, went to the GP because I was having trouble now going to the toilet, and what's referred to as urine retention, so my bladder was not letting anything out, or at least not without considerable effort. So GP gave me, they did a urine test, and immediately they could tell from a special, if you remember those pH tests you do in school, where you have a strip of paper you'd stick in and get the colouring on it. Obviously they've got that sort of thing where it goes a lot more colours that they can tell against, for all infections and whatnot. And so I was given antibiotics to start taking. But over that night, I just continued to go downhill, and so on that Tuesday, it was ring for an ambulance, and I was taken into hospital, which they found obviously through blood work tests, obviously the infection that obviously the GP had found, and so because I wasn't really taking anything in, I was on put onto a drip, and they also shoved a catheter up into my bladder so it would drain that way. I tell you right now, that is not comfortable at all. It is a very uncomfortable thing. But yeah, obviously after a little bit of obviously having the antibiotics directly into me, they then found there was a second infection and then a third infection. So a nice triple whammy of things. So antibiotics for all of that. Eventually ended up on a ward, which, that was painful because they had the ward set to such a high, well, to me, to a high temperature, and I'm a cool, I keep temperature in my flat at about 18, 19 degrees. Yeah. And they had that ward set to like mid-20s. So I ended up, after, just staying in that state of, I'd have a fever, they'd give me something to deal with it, and then I'd get out of the fever, but then the heat was making me go back into the fever, so I was just spent like a few days just looping in a way. So I did, after a week of being in hospital, just ask if I could come home, because I couldn't, and also I can't eat the food they have in hospitals nowadays. It's all pre-made, sort of meals and whatnot, all stuff I can't really have, and it just, so I wasn't eating either really, which obviously wasn't helping. So, but yeah, so they let me out on my request, though obviously they weren't the most keen on it because of my state. So, but I came out, and obviously I had my brother here again for several days just to help look after, but because they gave me tablets to take. I still had the catheter in, which drains into a bag. Yeah, 'cause, I've always also been very slow to recover when I go ill, so it was, even with being in an environment which was more suitable for me to be in, it still was me out of action pretty heavily, which is why obviously we've basically gone all of February now without doing any streams. I'm still not 100%. Still have the catheter in because they don't just take them out nowadays. Because this is the second time I've gone through bladder retention. Last time I was actually on a trip to Warhammer World when it happened, so that was for an event, so that was fun. Had to miss an event in the end. I did 1 day of 2 days, but but yeah, at that time, I had the bag in with the catheter in for 2 weeks, and then it was just taken out. But nowadays, what they do is they want to put a valve on the end. So the idea to retrain your bladder to empty itself. So you open the valve, and then you'd go. But unfortunately, as is found when they tried fitting the valve today, I can't actually open the valve, which defeats the point. So what they're going to, so I'm going to have the nurses back out in a day or two, in a couple of days or so, to take the whole thing out, and then they'll do that like early morning, and then they'll come back in the evening and do like some scan, like a portable ultrasound to check if my bladder is actually emptying. But yeah, that's basically been the whole thing. Like, I took another heavy, health hit. It's just a lot of discomfort I'm still in, and yeah, just exhausted. Not, I'm still struggling to sleep. That was another thing. Like, I could not sleep really in the hospital because those beds are just rocks, even with these so-called, soft mattresses that they use. But yeah, it's just yet another, hard hit. And in a way, the kind of sad thing as well was that day I called the ambulance. I was actually due to see the GP in regards to starting the hormone treatment for my transitioning, which obviously is obviously on hold at the minute while I'm still recovering. It kind of sucks because I was looking forward to that long wait for being able to start that, and it kind of just being pulled out of reach again for a bit. So hopefully once I am fully back, I can get that appointment again to start up pretty soon. Yeah. As for here on the channel, both YouTube obviously and Twitch, honestly, yeah, we didn't really have much. We were kind of just at the transitioning point in the games. Yeah, exactly. What we're going to do streaming wise is I'm going to try and get back to playing games again tomorrow. Now, because I'm not driving at the minute, because I'm definitely not in a state to drive just yet. So it will mean, because obviously the way it would work on the Wednesdays would be, obviously we were doing Halo. Yeah, I need all the hugs, TA. But yeah, on Wednesdays, obviously I was doing Halo with my brother on the co-op playthrough of the series. And normally after the streams, I'd be taking him home because of, just gone 9 o'clock at night. There wasn't really public transport for him to get back to Mum's place. So Halo will be on hiatus still for a while. And obviously we'd just finished Titanfall 2, so I needed a new Thursday Friday game. But what I'm going to do is, in a way, just do what I did last time when I was in hospital, if people remember, cut back in 2021, where I just kicked off by focusing on one game for a bit. Because obviously I did, after when I came back on Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, just as all the sessions. I think I'm going to kind of do the same thing, but obviously we're not going to start a game. And Ratchet and Clank was kind of a nice, relaxing game to it, but I'm going to keep going with probably a little bit more of an intense game, and I'm just going to focus down on getting through God of War Ragnarok, because obviously we do have some games upcoming which I'm going to want to try and get into close to when they come out as best as I can, because obviously we've got Star Wars Jedi Survivor, we've got obviously Tears of the Kingdom, there's like the big two at the minute. I honestly do not remember any other. What else is upcoming? Let's just there we go. I think it's just a way to check what games are coming, isn't it? Just go onto the store that does them. Let's just go by month at the minute. Yeah, Metroid Prime Remastered. I'm definitely going to want to do that. Yeah, thanks, Savai. Definitely will try to pick up Metroid Prime Remastered because yes, um, I was in hospital. I managed to get a decent enough internet connection while I was in the hospital to watch the direct. So yeah. So yeah, Prime Remastered I'll grab at some point. I know it's already available digital, but I like my physical. So yeah, definitely do a play of that. Man, geez, I've filled up a lot of memory card gaps on my GameCube because I just enjoyed playing it so much. Anything else for March? No, doesn't seem to be anything else coming out in March that I'll be picking up. So yeah. Then April. Got Advance. Yeah, Advance War's finally coming. So got that. There's Jedi Survivor. Yeah, I saw the Pokemon. Obviously, I was at home and was able to watch the Pokemon Direct. That Pikachu was just. I don't know. No, something about that animatronic Pikachu was just offsetting for me. So yeah. Yeah, nothing else. April. May. There's Tears of the Kingdom. So we'll pick up. Yeah, that's that. June. Nothing there for June. I think we are. Yeah, there we are. July. No. I just can't get it. I tried playing the original Pikmin and just like, nah, not for me. August, September. And then just unknown dates. Jeez. I doubt that's this year. I doubt it. We're going to still be waiting on you. Nothing else that's listed that's coming that I'll be grabbing at the minute. Hey Alex. Yeah, I've from what I've read on the Alien game, it's not appealing to me on that one, the sort of game it is. So, but yeah, we'll as I say, try getting God of War back on the run tomorrow, and just do that game for the moment. I do not know how much I have left to do in that game, but just push on and get as much done as I can, and then we'll just work out what comes after that. Yeah, I don't need an update on that thing. RTS. I mean, yeah, it's. I do, yeah. I've enjoyed the Warhammer RTSs, but yeah, you only get a squad. You get 4 Colonial Marines, and you're just RTSing around. So it's just, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something about it. It's just not clicking for me. So yeah, it's. I like the idea. It just doesn't fit for me. So yeah. So as for obviously the other bits I've been doing, pack openings and yeah, like I said, it's a cool idea. it just not clicking for me. That's all. But yeah, like pack openings and obviously the Warhammer work. I'm definitely not in a painting state at the minute. So probably still be a bit before I continue with the work on my models, which is kind of a pity because I really was hoping I'd be able to get the Necrons finished in time for when, from what really is looking like 10th edition launching summer, because yeah, everything's kind of now setting up for the edition change. As for pack openings, I mean, I'll see how I feel. It's because obviously it's yeah. Because we're on to Yu-Gi. Well, meant to be. Well, this month was meant to be the Yu-Gi-Oh opening, so I'll have to work something. Well, just means that's now going to be next month's one. Boy, sorry, I'm just exhausted. But yeah, that's. This kind of covers most things. Yeah, I don't know. Has anyone obviously got anything like questions or stuff to bring up? Because I really can't really think of much else at the minute. Just give that a minute. Yeah. Just gonna pet the kitty. Yeah, that one. The state of play kind of sucked. So it showed nothing I cared about. Even the one game that I had a tiny bit of interest in, it kind of just ruined it. So, good puppy. Good little puppy. Good puppy. I miss Stroke. I miss the kitty. There. It's yeah. So yeah, hopefully can catch people tomorrow, and just sort of see how things go. I mean, I don't know how long I will keep the stream running tomorrow, because if I don't feel I can keep going long runs, it might just be sort of more shorter bursts or something. Like I don't know. Just see how it all plays out. So yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I don't think there is anything else to kind of cover right now. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's always what it's going to be. I've always, I was just speaking, sort of, kind of know, like, my own health does come first, and I mean the pile of trash my health is. But yeah, we'll see how things go and work from there. So yeah, thanks everyone. And oh jeez. Yeah, I'll hopefully catch you all you all soon. Yeah. Right. Later.